President-elect Donald Trump has, during the campaign, touted his business expertise. The Trump Organization, based right here in New York City, has 17 buildings that bear his name right on the front, in huge gold letters in most cases. But as Trump has gone after Carrier in Indiana, owned by United Technologies, and then Rexnord yesterday, which makes ball bearings in Wisconsin, and now Boeing, for all different reasons. He's done this since election night. What does Donald Trump really mean for businesses in his home state? We know there are a lot here in New York, so we thought let's bring in Mark Jaffe. He's CEO and president of the Greater New York Chamber of Commerce, and you've also worked with Ivanka Trump on her jewelry line, correct?
Correct, yes. More small business, but yet that's the vital key component of American business.
Look, I know the president-elect is a New Yorker, but New York businesses, some of them are what we say in New York speak, which is Yiddish. They're zittering. They're a little nervous about what they've seen. Is he going to go after them next?
Well, compared to what we saw during the election, we're seeing a more moderate Donald Trump. And he is a New Yorker, so I think New York businesses are going to be very happy. Post-election, we see the rebound in the stock market. We see the decrease in the unemployment. Things are looking good. And these mega deals happening now, keeping businesses and jobs here in the United States, is good for New York.
It is intervention, though. I'm interested in the fact that you said he's more moderate, yet he's piecemeal going after American businesses who plan or have moved jobs overseas or to Mexico. What's moderate about that?
Well, he's more moderate than he was during the campaign. However, going after jobs and money overseas, repatriating money and jobs here, has always been on the agenda of every politician. The key is, how are we going to do it? Trump has a unique communications brand where he tweets it out, and then we see good things happen.
Not in the case of Boeing. Boeing fell today.
Boeing fell today because they lost a big contract. But the American workforce, the American people might have done good.
Well, he just said lost a big contract. He says he would remove the contract. Personally, I think this is the art of the deal, and he's just negotiating. But be that as it may, there are big companies here based in New York, everything from Pfizer to Colgate. I'm just throwing names out here. You also have IBM up in Poughkeepsie. Have you heard from them? You're with the Chamber of Commerce here in the state.
Well, I think the companies that you mentioned are not that scared of a Donald Trump presidency. First of all, he is a New Yorker. Second of all, you're right, the art of the deal. He's a good negotiator. So instead of spending $4 billion to refurbish, as he says, a perfectly good plane, we're going to get the taxpayer a better deal.
Amen. Nothing wrong with that. Folks, don't misread me here. A bean counter is what we need to start getting rid of fraud and waste and abuse. Now let me ask you this. Governor Cuomo of the state of New York, of all people who had actively and aggressively supported Hillary Clinton, if he's not nervous, maybe businesses shouldn't be nervous, because he specifically said after the election, Donald Trump isn't a threat. He actually could be a, quote, bonus when it comes to the state of New York because of infrastructure projects.
And Governor Cuomo is a smart man, but exactly that. We've been talking about infrastructure. Infrastructure projects have been used for years to generate good jobs for the economy.
Could come here to New York. Good to see you. Thank you so much. Mark Jaffe, he's the man who's at the Chamber of Commerce. You've got the ear of a lot of businesses, and hopefully they've got yours.